Hello, my dear students. Very good morning to all of you. I welcome you all to this TYBSC online lecture. As we know, we are studying the chemistry of pharmaceutical industry as the topic, in which we already studied the meanings of the terms. Most of the meanings of the terms we already studied in the afternoon lecture. So today we are going to continue the some other another meanings of the terms used in the pharmaceutical industry. Let me see. So these are the points today we are going to study. That is meanings of the terms we are going to study: anti-hypertensive, anti-allergic, steroidal, anti-ulcer. So these are the 4 points in this lecture. We are going to see the meanings of these 4 terms. Let me see one by one. The first is antihypertensive. Antihypertensive are the class of drugs that are used to treat hypertension. That is nothing but the high blood pressure. Hypertension is a disease characterized by an elevated blood pressure, that is, increase in the blood pressure level. A diastolic pressure more than 100 mm of Hg is taken as a hypertension. Means, as we know that where the hypertensive drugs which are used in the treatment of high blood pressure, where which one is called as the hypertension or high blood pressure, which is of diastolic pressure more than the 100 mm of Hg is taken as the hypertension that needs investigation and treatment with the drugs. So such type of hypertension which is can be treated by the medicines like is known as antihypertensive, where a drug is used in the treatment of hypertension by reducing cardiac output and or reducing the total peripheral resistance. Such drugs are called as the antihypertension drugs or antihypertensive drugs. Mostly here we can see the examples of antihypertensive drugs, that is clonidine hydrochloride or diazoxide. So these are the two important commercially available drug molecules used as the antihypertensive. Next, anti-allergic. This is also very important where we can see the terms of this material, or we can see the drug of this anti-allergic, where we try to understand the first. The anti-allergic are the medicines are commonly used for the preventing or relieving from allergic symptoms, where the specially anti-allergic medicines are used for preventing the allergic symptoms. What are the allergic symptoms? An allergic is a non-parasitic antigen capable of stimulating a type of hypersensitivity reaction in atopic individuals. That is, it due to causes due to the dust, mite excretion, pollen, and some other dust molecules. If it is such as a common allergics, where some from the food, that is some food such as peanuts, nuts, seafood, and shellfish are the cause of serious allergies in many people. So where the anti-allergic drugs or the medicines specially used for the allergic treatment, that is for the treatment of the allergy, where the drugs are known as the anti-allergics. Anti-allergic drugs including here we can see the example of cetirizine, that is diphenylhydramine, chlorpheniramine, malinate, antihistamines, and some other anti-inflammatory combinations are also used for the anti-allergic agents or anti-allergic drug molecules. Here we can see the structures of the both of cetirizine as well as diphenylhydramine structures. So both we can use as the anti-allergic molecules, that is anti-allergic medicines. Next, steroidal molecules. These are also very important. That is steroidal molecules. So first of all, we have to try to understand the steroidal structures. That is, steroids are the polycyclic organic compounds containing 4 fused rings. Where in the both structures here we can see the examples of floxymistrone as well as finasteride. The steroids are the polycyclic organic compounds containing 4 fused rings. Here see the examples of most of the hormones. Here we can see examples of steroids includes cholesterol, estradiol, that is testosterone, dextromethasone. So these are the examples of the steroid where the androcorticoids in small portions or sex hormones have been isolated from the cortex of adrenal gland. The male sex hormones such as testosterone is secreted by the interstitial cells of the testes, and oestradiol and progesterone are main female sex hormones. Where specially here we can try to understand the steroidal are used for the, in such a case they are used to treat of allergic anaphylactic reactions, asthma and other respiratory traces of disease can be treated by the steroidal drugs or steroidal molecules. Examples here we can see fluoxymesterone and the finasteride are the best examples of the steroidal. In some way we are familiar about dexamethasone. That is also one of the steroid drug molecules used for the asthma and other respiratory trace diseases. Next, this is the anti-ulcer, where we can see the anti-ulcer drugs are the class of drugs exclusively of the antibacterial agent used to treat ulcers in the stomach. Where used to ulcers in the stomach and the upper part of the small intestine, where anti-ulcer specially used for the treatment of the ulcers in the stomach and upper part of the small intestines, where this primary class of drugs used mostly for the gastric acids suppressions are the proton pump inhibitors. We can use the especially these anti-ulcers are the drug molecules used for the treatment of ulcers in the stomach. The examples here we can see, we are familiar about the omeprazole, which is an anti-ulcer drug, where as well as the pantoprazole and ribaproxol, as well as the cimetidine. So these are the some examples used for the anti-ulcer drug molecules. So with this, I can say in this lecture we studied the four different meanings of the terms used in the pharmacology, that is chemistry of pharmaceutical industry, which we have studied the antihypertensive, as well as we can say steroidal. We studied the anti-ulcer. So these different types of the drug molecules which were studied in this lecture. So with this, I hope you are all are understand the terms of the which you are used in the pharmacology or pharmaceutical industry. So with this, I will stop here. In the next lecture, you will see the synthesis of some important drug molecules available in the commercially available. So with this, I will stop here. Thank you for watching this lecture. Thank you once again. Thank you so much.